Boys and girls, welcome back to Blue Collar Fantasy Football. We got a treat for you today, wouldn't you say?
Where are they now?
Where are they now? So this is going to be a two-part series. We're going to go over wide receivers. We're going to hit Ryan's list today, and then we're going to hit my list, going over the updates, where are they at, what's going on, what's the outlook, how's it look? Does it look good, or does it look like crap? Buckle up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think. Who are you most optimistic about with these new landing spots, with these new changes, new quarterbacks throwing the ball? Let us know.
Yeah, there's some goodies.
There's some goodies in there.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's get it cracking, baby.
All right, here we go, everybody. So this is the first part of Where Are They Now? Wide Receiver Edition. There's a lot of movement this year, so we're just trying to simplify it for everybody. We're going to run it all down.
Recap.
Recap. Let's just keep it simple. We are going to give you some details on everyone and what we think, where they could finish. There might be some like, whoa, I don't agree with that ranking. Let's just get right into it. So my first landing spot is Keenan Allen. He went to the Chicago Bears. This was kind of a surprise in the offseason.
I thought so. I didn't expect him to add to that.
No.
To this point.
Yeah.
I thought for sure in the draft they would, but
yeah, I thought it was going to be DJ Moore and probably like a Rome, who they drafted anyway,
or a Boyd.
Yeah,
a Mooney,
off-season
a Mooney
style move,
something that kind of range. But no, they said they wouldn't got another superstar.
Yeah, good for Caleb Williams, honestly.
Yeah,
but so he's going to be the wide receiver one in this new and improved Bears offense,
in our opinion.
Yeah, in our opinion, it could very well still be DJ Moore. I mean, he showed out last year. I mean, he proved that he can be a wide receiver one.
Yak Daddy.
Yak Daddy.
Yak Daddy.
Right. So he does have a rookie QB, which, they tend to favor one guy.
Yep.
And if you're going to favor one guy, I can't think of anyone better than Keenan Allen.
So that's my biggest point as far as when it comes to Keenan Allen and the Chicago Bears. With Caleb Williams, with how they're projecting him to be so functional and ready to rock and roll, I think Keenan Allen's going to be his best friend.
Oh, yeah.
I think that as a rookie holy cow, rookie quarterback coming into the league, if you had a wide receiver that was exactly where he's supposed to be every time, how could you not immediately look to that guy?
Always.
You know what I mean?
Every time.
And I'm not saying DJ Moore is a bad route runner, but I feel like just Keenan Allen is so he's where he should be every single time,
a safety net with upside.
So consistent, that's my biggest. That's where I come from with Keenan Allen being the wide receiver one.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to be exactly where he's supposed to be.
I couldn't agree more.
Beautiful. Makes it easier.
Yeah. He was a absolute target monster last year. 150 targets, and he missed some time. I mean, it's insane. It just proves our point of he is going to be there when you need him. It's almost a guarantee. The only part of him maybe not being there is he has dealt with some injuries in the last few years. I mean, it hurt. I hate to say it, but that could really be a detriment. If you lose Keenan Allen, you saw what it does to the Chargers. Losing Mike Williams last year, it hurt. Don't get me wrong. It kept the eyes off of Keenan, but
and keep in mind he is 32.
Yeah, he's beyond the age.
He is 32.
I mean, but he's a guy that I could see him playing to 35 if he really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
He has that physical ability
for sure.
And I think he could be a really good mentor for these other receivers, and you could see further development of DJ Moore, and further, development in general for Rome Odunze. And Rome Odunze is pretty polished, so this could be great for Rome in the future.
It's exciting.
It is.
The Bears overall are exciting. No matter how you feel about Caleb, no matter how you feel about these individual players,
Yeah.
the team as a whole is exciting, and I think the landing spot is exciting.
Yeah.
How much more hype can you have? I mean,
Yeah.
you have a number one,
Overall.
101 first overall
Yeah.
quarterback coming into that's just been absolutely hyped.
Yeah.
They've been absolutely hyped on them all off season, and they just stacked the field around them.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sweet.
If there's one guy to lose out of all these weapons they've added, I don't see it being Keenan Allen.
Nope.
He's gonna be a winner in this offense. Yeah. Going back to his injury history last season, he missed 4 games, and he was the wide receiver 8 at the end of the year. I mean, you miss 4 games, you still get 150 targets. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, he was fed.
Absolutely,
He was
fed.
absolutely fed.
He was 3rd in points per game last year.
He was consistent. He was awesome.
Yeah, I think in PPR he averaged 22 points a game.
Yeah, right in there. Depending on your league settings, he was right in there.
There's a little bit of variance there for sure, but no. Right now his ECR wide receiver 25. I think that's close to his floor.
Sure.
Yeah, I can't imagine him finishing that low. I mean, it's possible.
Well, it depends. Yeah, that team has a lot of variables this year, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be also super exciting. So what if they kill it?
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard team to rank these players.
It is. It's
nobody knows what it's actually gonna be.
Trying to rank off of college tape is not.
Yeah,
not the funnest job.
No, not at all. All right, so that's all I got for Keenan, but let's move on to Marquise Hollywood Brown.
How'd you not tell me I had a huge thing of fluff on my arm, dude?
I actually didn't even know.
Wait till you watch it back. Like flick it down here and it's got like a whole stage presence and everything. It's crazy. Who are we going to?
Marquise Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood.
Oh man, I liked Hollywood in Arizona. I really did. It just didn't really ever.
I liked Hollywood in Baltimore too.
Yeah, he just hasn't lived up to his potential. It feels like. But on the plus side, he could very well be the wide receiver 1 in this offense. I mean, honestly, anybody could.
Well, we don't know what the Rice situation is.
Yeah,
that makes it very hard. With Rice there, I would still, with the certainty around Rice, I would project Rice still being the number 1, and Marquise being more of a down the field stretching threat. Yeah. And then they went ahead and they drafted a first round wide receiver who's speed and down the field threat.
Yeah, fastest 40 time.
I think it muddies the water for Marquise Brown.
Yeah. No, it does.
It's like one thing upside, one thing downside, probably going to stay right where he should be, right around wide receiver 24.
Yeah, probably. He did deal with injury last year. I mean, and honestly, he was super inefficient. I mean, he had 101 targets.
Wow.
51 catches.
Ouch.
He had a 50% catch rate on his.
Which Kyler Murray didn't start the year.
Correct.
I think he missed 6 games.
I want to say 6, yeah.
Sounds good. So there was definitely some inefficiency. Probably uncatchable targets for first half of the year. And then Kyler Murray came back, had to get his groove back. So, makes sense.
Yeah, and
it all checks out.
It's hard to say because when he's on and he's getting the ball thrown to him, he is a massive target earner. I mean, he really demands the ball in those certain games. It's really strange. I mean, sometimes you see him with 4 targets, sometimes you see him with 12. So, what do you make of that?
Well, it also sounds like that correlates with Trey McBride.
It could, but
getting a bunch of targets and getting a bunch of looks and kind of became Kyler's go-to guy.
Yeah, but even pre-Kyler and pre-McBride last season, he would get a game with 12 targets and then have a game with 5 or 6.
Oh, he's always been boom or bust.
Yeah,
because even go back as far as Baltimore, and he was a 70-yard pass for a touchdown.
It's
and
true.
He'd break your week.
It's true,
or he would not be there at all.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point for sure.
And I think he does go into a super busy situation over there because don't know what's going on with Rice. You don't know if Xavier Worthy is the guy or is he just fast.
Yeah.
And then Marquise it's a 1-year deal.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a 1-year rental. Are they going to overinvest? I mean, of course they're trying to win now. So yeah, they are going to lean on him. So, and it is Worthy going to have the Valdez Scantling role and just hopefully can catch the ball down there.
He very well could. And going back into this offense a little bit, they could preserve Kelsey kind of like they did last year, and
They will.
You could see big, especially with the Rashee Rice assumed suspension of
They'll be missed
X
games.
amount of games.
They'll be missed games.
He's gonna miss games. So
it's time to build a rapport.
Yeah, you got a rookie wide receiver on the other side, and Kelsey that they don't want to lean on early in the season. I could see Hollywood eating it early in the season and a potential
sell high.
Yeah,
sell high.
100%. Last year he finished wide receiver 49, which hurts a lot, but he missed some time. And, backup quarterbacks and Trey McBride kind of exploded a little bit. So it's hard to take much stock in him. Maybe a late round value if he has that early season boom.
I have it up right now. His ADP is wide receiver 36.
36. Yeah.
That sounds like value.
That's fine.
That sounds like a good value.
Yeah.
It'd be a good value play.
Yeah, I like that. Moving on. We're going to go to the New York Jets. Mike Williams, former Charger.
Mikey.
Yep, he landed in New York. And, it's hard to say what this offense is going to be because we haven't seen Aaron Rodgers in this offense.
Quick note.
Yeah, let's hear
Whoa, until I eat my mic. It's crazy how much hype there was last year.
Yeah.
For the Jets.
Yep.
And it feels like it's kind of been silent so far.
So I think a part of that is I think their defense underperformed, and that was what a lot of the hype was around is Aaron Rodgers finally has a great defense is what it was being sold as. And they were good, don't get me wrong. They were very good, but they weren't elite.
Yeah. I think it also has to come down to a lot of what have you done for me lately? And with Aaron Rodgers, I mean, almost like it's like a movie script.
Yeah, it is.
All this hype and then goes out in the first game.
Yep.
He had like 5 snaps. You know what I mean?
I think it was 4.
I think it was 4 snaps.
Yeah, it was a little rough.
So I feel like just that biasy of it was so much hype, and then it was like, oh, should have saw that coming.
Yep.
We should have known. We should have known.
And
so I think it's an opportunity there.
And that offense was not ready to have Zach Wilson and whoever else started for the Jets last year.
No, they spent all that time building around Rodgers, prepping for Rodgers, kissing Rodgers' feet.
Well, and I think they really expected for Rodgers to run this offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So what do you foresee this year? Are you as hyped?
Jets in general or Mike Williams?
Well, it all ties in. We have the time. Do you foresee them as hyped as you were last year? Or you think they're going to be middle of the pack? Like, what do you high flying offense? Like, how many weapons as far as fantasy goes do you see on this team? Is there enough for everyone to eat? Garrett Wilson's going to eat. Breece Hall's going to eat.
Yes, those two are guaranteed. Mike Williams, I think, is most likely third in line. It could be Tyler Conklin, though. I mean, let's put it this way. Let's bring it back to Mike Williams. I don't expect Mike Williams to be great all year or even good all year. He has always been a boom bust player. The 3 games he played last year before he tore his ACL.
Yep. It was ACL for sure.
Yeah. He finished 4th. Oh, no. My apologies. These are his points scored per game.
Oh, nice.
4, 8, 18. I mean, it doesn't get more boom bust than that. And we've seen that before with Mike Williams.
So you think he's going to be more of the same? He's going to be call your shot, flex play?
Yes. Call your shot, flex play, best ball, late wide receiver, sure. But I'm terrified. I've rode with Mike Williams through highs and lows. Of
through like round 2 Mike Williams.
Yeah.
Like super high draft value.
I think I'm going to stay away this year personally, just because, one, he has he definitely has an injury history. And when he goes up for a ball, he does not land gracefully, and that's well known around fantasy football. He goes up, grabs it. He will grab it, but there's a very high chance he comes down with an injury.
29 years old, too.
And yeah, he's on the wrong side of
I
it.
just feel like age is always a factor. I mean, it's a physical sport. You've been putting work in since you were 12. It all takes on your body.
On the plus side though, I do think he's opposite side of Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's gonna get the focus from the defensive backs this year, because he proved last year, even with rough quarterback play, that he is a target dominator. And I think you could see games, more of the same of Mike Williams, where he has those 25, 30-point games.
So you went over his points, 4, 8, 18.
Yeah.
Week 3, when he had 18, he was wide receiver 8.
There you go. I mean, he's a top 10 wide receiver when he's on.
And he's got it.
Yeah. So
7 receptions, 121 yards.
Long shot wide receiver play. Hopefully on your bench.
Oh wow.
But ECR right now, he's ranked 49. Last year he finished 109, but he played 3 games. You can't hold that against him. So hey, let's hope we get the old Mike Williams back where he's playing a full season.
Yeah, I think he's an awesome late round flex play.
Yeah,
awesome. I don't think I'm going to go into any week. I think they're going to be capable. Yeah. I think they're going to be capable this year. Yeah, I don't think you're going to go into any week being like, man, I wish I didn't have Mike Williams to flex.
And anytime you have Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball, I mean, yeah, you could have gold with your receivers.
Yep.
He's proven that time and time again.
Sweet.
All right, let's go to another boom bust guy. I have a lot of those this go around.
Well, they're all new landing spots.
Exactly. So next on the list is Gabe Davis. He went from Buffalo to Jacksonville? No. Yeah, Jacksonville.
So he's got a new team to build you a bunch of confidence in on your bench, and then you start him and he puts up 0 points.
I know.
He hurt me. I was personally attacked. I was a victim of Gabe Davis a couple times.
We've all been there once or twice. He is the most boom bust player in the NFL, in my opinion, because he can give you 15 to 30 points a week, or he'll goose you.
Mm-hmm.
He will give you a 0 in your starting fantasy lineup. He had 6 0-point games last season, and
so crazy.
Yeah, not due to injury.
18 games.
I think he was questionable for like 3 of them, but
that's 30%.
Yeah,
that's 30%. Just quick math. 30% of his games he put up 0 points.
That's pretty rough. But on the bright side of things, he should have a clear, defined role in Jacksonville. I don't think that's good for fantasy purposes because I really think he is the downfield guy. And, we saw a lot of targets last year from Trevor Lawrence to Calvin Ridley, kind of in the same role, that were really off target.
Yeah, slightly out of bounds.
Yeah,
slightly out of reach.
There was a lot of that last
year. You would watch Ridley and he's fully selling out and it's like just outside. I mean, just outside. It was hard to watch. Just as far as like, dude, that was like a 6-point catch.
Which, I mean, if Lawrence, continues to progress, it could be something great. It really could, absolutely. But he's got to go pretty low for me to grab him at this point in his career.
And I don't think he's not capable. So I'm looking at the stats right now. And week 11, 0 points. 0 targets. Week 9, 0 points, 2 targets. Week 6, 4 targets, 0 points.
What about his highest scoring games?
Sure. Week 8
targets there.
Week 8, 14 points, 12 targets. Week 12, 16 points, 12 targets. And then maximizing like you're talking about. Week 16, 19 points and 6 targets.
It's so hard to.
I don't know how you rely on any of that.
Well, because in those high target games, it sounds like he was pretty inefficient. Because you get that many targets, he didn't catch them all.
Okay, so week 12 against Philly,
Mhm.
12 targets, 6 receptions, 16.5 points, 105 yards.
Caught half his balls.
Caught half of them.
I don't.
12 targets, caught 9. 6 targets, caught 4.
I might be out this year. I just want to put that out there. I don't know if I'll have any Gabe Davis, but
And he has not as good of a quarterback this year.
yeah,
He went from Josh Allen to Trevor Lawrence. I love Trevor Lawrence. I just don't think that he has the deep ball threat that Josh Allen does.
and that's all Josh Allen.
He's less of a gunslinger,
Yeah.
obviously, than Josh Allen is. So you're gonna take Josh. You have Josh Allen light. I don't expect more production.
Yeah, no, I agree. He needs to change his game, I think, to really see more production.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I agree with that.
all right, so
And high snap share through that whole thing. Like
he
on the
had
field,
nice-
he was on the field
Yeah.
all those games.
Oh man, what a weird player. It's really hard to put him
Yeah,
in a good spot.
0 targets on the field for 88% of snaps.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah, that's a crazy stat. So yeah, he finished wide receiver 40, understandably so. His ECR right now 61. So I think everyone's kind of in agreement with Gabe Davis.
Yep.
Late round flyer, late round upside. I get it.
it's a new place to get excited about.
Yeah. Yeah, and hey, let's be excited. He could tear it up in Jacksonville for sure. So moving on. Let's go down to Miami. Right next door. We're gonna hit Odell Beckham. It's a great offense. Very high flying offense. I want to say Tua finished with the most passing yards last season. He has Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devin Achan. I mean, there's a lot of weapons in this offense. I don't know if there's enough room in this offense for Odell to make a difference without injury. But yes, he might be just a roster clog at this point without injury, but with injury, he could step into a role where you might get a week or two. What do you think?
I think he's a roster clog.
Yeah.
He's going to go super late, so you could grab him super late. ECR, he's like 100.
Yeah, I got 102.
ADP was wide receiver 101.
Yeah.
So he's probably be a waivers guy.
Yeah, I think so.
He'll be a waivers guy. So
barring injury.
I mean, even at Baltimore with less mouths to feed, less opportunity. His highest game was 11 points, 15 points.
Probably more opportunity in Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, they just don't sling it as much as Miami does.
Right. Yeah.
Even with more mouths to feed, they sling that ball so much that I feel like it's kind of like
I think he'll see the field a lot less this season.
I think this is the type of signing where there's going to be a moment, and it's going to be Odell's moment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all on the line. And OBJ's going to be like, it's me, coach. That's like all this. I feel like that's all this is. I feel like they're not going away from Waddle. I don't think he's going to hurt Waddle. I don't think he's going to hit Hill or hurt Hill. I don't think he's going to hurt any of the backfield. I think he's just going to be a catch, a couple catches a game.
He'll have a couple games of fantasy relevancy.
Yeah,
probably.
And that's what he did last year. He had one game at 11, one game at 10, one game at 15. For the whole season. The rest of them are 1s and 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of a non-move. If you want to get excited about it and you want to bet against Waddle and Hill, that's crazy. You do you, boo.
Well, and he finished wide receiver 60, and every time I watched a Baltimore game, it seemed like he was on the field. So
I can tell you. Not that often.
Really?
No, I mean, he's got...
What was the snap percentage? Do you have that?
Overall?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
But I have per game, though. I have per game, and he has one game of 90, and then his next highest is 54.
Okay, maybe.
So week 1...
I watched one game.
Week one, he was on the field for 92%. And then it was 50, 50, 40, 50, 50, 40, 30, 35, 32.
They kind of realized what they had there.
Yeah. I think it's going to be more of the same.
Yeah.
And they did just
I
draft
agree.
a late round guy that I've heard a lot of good stuff about.
Yeah.
Malik Washington. No, it's Washington first name. I'm not 100% on.
Yeah.
And I've heard good stuff about him too. So I don't think it's just him. They also do still have Braxton Berrios, gadget guy, kick return guy. They just re-signed him as well.
Yeah.
Odell, it is a 1-year deal.
Okay. So we'll see what happens there.
31.
Yeah, he's getting up there too. So the last guy on my list is Tyler Boyd. He went from Cincinnati and now he's in Tennessee. He's 29 years old, another aging veteran, but we'll see. I mean, he's always been a wide receiver 3, and he probably will remain a wide receiver 3. And now he has, well, it's hard to say a worse quarterback because he really didn't have Joe Burrow last year, but he really hasn't produced since 2019. He's definitely a good spot start.
He always has been.
He always has been. I mean, he will give you 15 points if an injury happens.
Injury. So the same reason you've been drafting Tyler Boyd for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. Shoot, my wife did it last year.
Oh yeah.
Last couple rounds of the draft, she grabbed Tyler Boyd, waited for an injury.
Yep.
Let it cook.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I think it's gonna be more of the same. He's got Hopkins. Burks is still there. They just signed Ridley.
Yeah.
And
muddier backfield as well with more
2 of them
receiving backs.
2 receiving backs.
Yeah, you have Tony Pollard and Tajee Spears back there. You know, they're going to eat some of those targets from Will Levis. And with this offense, it's hard to project because we've never seen a Titans offense without Derrick Henry in recent memory.
Or the head coach.
Yeah, you got a totally new offense coming in here. But, the one positive, I'll throw for Tyler Boyd is Will Levis they might want him to check down more or hit that slot receiver because Tyler Boyd is a slot receiver. I think he was like second in the NFL in slot snaps last year or slot percentage last year, I want to say.
The new head coach was the Bengals offensive coordinator.
Oh, okay. There you go. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So it is. It's Brian Callahan. It was Cincinnati's offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Now he's the Titans head coach.
There you go. I mean, so
there's something.
Yeah,
there's something to hang your hat on.
Yeah. But even with that information, I don't expect Tyler Boyd to see an increase in targets. I mean, with D-Hop and Ridley on the outside.
And 2 receiving backs.
Chig could see some more work. I wouldn't project it that way, but
not with the rest of that.
No, it's going to be a very top-heavy offense, I think, of D-Hop and Ridley getting most of the work, Pollard and Spears getting some, and it's going to be a 50-50 backfield. I think it's going to be a pretty muddy offense. I think they're going to just do a little bit of everything. And it might kind of cannibalize itself. I know we say that a lot, but a lot of these teams do that.
Redraft, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's so uncertain. You got Will Levis throwing that ball.
Yeah.
One big pop game, a lot of mediocrity after that.
Yeah. Rookie year though.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
We'll see. We'll see what it.
I'm just not pounding the drum for him.
No.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that. Yeah.
And now we're talking about a wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
And the 5th receiving option.
Yeah, probably.
And
it'll be interesting to see how many 3 wide receiver sets they even run with Levis back.
You're going to see more 2 running back sets.
Yeah, no kidding. It'll be an interesting dynamic there in Tennessee. But
couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So that's all we got for this episode.
I flew by. That was a good one.
Yeah, we cruised. But make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell. And thank you all for sticking with us and
let us know.
Yeah, please
let us know
in the comments, the Facebook page.
You hear a wide receiver on that list that you think that you're not afraid of drafting. If you're all in on Mike Williams this year, let us know, dude. We'll talk back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
We're on all socials, so please get with us.
Check out the Facebook group too. We're putting questions up, trying to build some interaction on there.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, draft questions, draft review. Yeah. I did my rookie draft a couple days ago. So let us know, man.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. What do you say?
Let's do it. Thanks, guys.
Peace.